Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Well, first of all, I should start by addressing the elephant in the room. Hello, everybody. It is me, your commentator, Robert Ionescu, and maybe you already know this, but I am not in Romania anymore. Some things happened out of my control, and didn't end up quite pleasant. And in the very end of it all, I'm in another country right now, and at the very least, I still have a device to commentate on, as well as some headphones. So I'm here, guys. Even though it's not in the best of circumstances, I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm very happy to see you guys once again. We've arrived here at Scaperia di San Piero, 25 kilometers northeast of Firenze, Florence. And yeah, we're here in Tuscany for the GP2 Tuscan Grand Prix, the first time ever that we'll be racing at Mugello Circuit in any category. I'm joined by a fellow driver in this category and a very good friend of mine, that being Nicholas Zorbach. It's his first time commentating this season in GP2, so hello, Nico.
Hello, but Rob, I think you're wrong. I think I commentated one race before this season.
Not in GP2, not in GP2.
No,
I know you did in DTM. This season you didn't do GP2.
Huh, that's the first for me after 9 months actually of this year. Amazing.
Anyway,
so welcome back.
Here.
Oh, it was DTM, yeah. Got it.
Yeah. Well, we've arrived here in Mugello, where we've gone testing before this season and the last one. This time we've arrived to race, and race we shall. It's a 15-corner circuit right in the middle of Italy, in the middle of Florence, in the middle of Tuscany. This region, historically, it's very famous for being the birthplace of the Renaissance, or rebirth if you're speaking French, and if you're not speaking French. Yeah, rebirth is a very, very interesting word, because we're nearing crunch time in the championship. We've only got one race to go after this, that'll be Brazil. And it's crunch time in the championship. Thomas Anderson is the leader. He's got a 5-point advantage on Dudu Kurbi. And Jamie Griffiths is still out there, a further few points back. Could go anyone's way. And there could still be time for a rebirth to happen for anyone else to try to get in the championship fight. Who knows? If someone wins here in Mugello, he could have a great shot into Brazil. We'll see. Jake Galloway won in Turkey with a great result, so who knows? Maybe even he could get involved. The title fight is definitely not over, even though it's tighter than last season's.
That
what do you
is.
think, Nico?
Yeah, that is.
And I've just seen in the chat, some confirmation from Joe, from Just the Willows. Dudu Kurbi takes pole position today. The title fight cannot be decided tomorrow. It'll be impossible. It's very unlikely as it is, but Thomas Anderson has a narrow shot to clinch it tomorrow. He probably won't, but you never know about GP2. Anything can happen. And yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get going with this qualifying session then, and it's going to be dry. We've been here at Mugello twice to test, and
1000th Grand Prix that this picture says.
Jamie Griffiths is 27 points behind, so he could drop out of the championship fight after this race, but he'll be hoping for a good result because he just about needs one. Anyway, here we go. The session is underway here in Mugello. It's a 15-corner circuit. This is one of the best circuits to go racing on. It's such a wonderful drive. Who is going to be the first one to experience it? You guys have gone here before in preseason testing, the second test. And I don't actually remember who was... No, I do remember. It was Ben Wallinger who was fastest. To be fastest this time as well? Who knows, really. Either way, the drivers are about to go out on track.
So, who will it be then?
Go anyone's way, I have to say.
I think Kurbi, but I'm not sure.
No, it's Adventure's gone out first. Here goes the Polish driver. The season hasn't quite been the best. You never know. He could win tomorrow and get his season really properly underway right before the very end. Who knows, really? Anyway, Adventure is out on track in the dance.
Yeah, oh, and sorry for screaming, but there my ears were blown off by the engine noise.
Don't worry, Nico.
By the rather beautiful engine noises.
This device that I'm on right now isn't exactly perfect. The screen is shaking a little bit, jittering a little bit. But it's not major, so it's still okay. I can still read the dev panel and everything. So we are on
But
board
on
with
what
adventure. You'll be starting
on
as
what
flying
kind of
lobster.
device are you, by the way?
I'll tell you later. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, my device is a bit shattered as well.
Well, don't worry about that.
Yeah, my
It's not
phone
mine, but
fell.
I got it from here. But anyway, we got a lot
Yeah,
of cars out on track, and then
and I
adventure will
broke
be beginning his lap soon.
my phone while while helping with a bathroom. Fell onto a floor. Has
Nico,
a bit of
just
a dent.
sad, Nico, but just remember, don't stray too far off topic, because then adventure is about to start his first flying lap of the day, and the first flying lap at Mugello in a qualifying session ever in GP4 OC history. So here he goes, exiting Buccina, going well outside track limits there. I don't think he's gonna get punished for that or anything. Here goes Adventure to the main straight through this flat out kink of turn. It's not even classified as a turn, but you know what I'm saying. Here
I
comes
think it
actual
is.
turn one. It's Sandonato, a medium speed right-hander, and he's got a good exit there. Then Adventure. Next stop will be the left of Luco, where we had a big crash in real life F1 last year, before going right into the right of Poggioseco. Next, he'll be going down this little bit of an incline in towards the chicane of Materassi and Borgo San Lorenzo. Here goes Adventure. Right to Borgo San Lorenzo, he'll be approaching an even more famous chicane of Casanova in the right and Savelli on the left. So 41.3 in the first sector for Adventure. That's good for him. And now, probably the most two famous corners of this circuit, the Arrabbiata. Arrabbiata 1, now going into Arrabbiata 2. Both of them have a very difficult apex to hit, but if you hit it, it's all going to go well for you. As he now breaks into Scarperia, I'm next to the left of Palagio. This will be the end of the second sector. What will his time be like for Daniel Adventure? It is a 1 minute point 1 as he goes through the Correntaio, the very long sweeping right hander, over 180 degrees, and now he approaches the chicane of Biondetti, Biondetti 1 and Biondetti 2. Great run there, it's flat out, and all that remains is the last corner. The longest corner of this track is Buccina.
How do you know
Full-on
all the
sweeper.
corner names?
As Flo sent us the map right there. Anyway, Buccina has been negotiated, and then Adventure will be finishing his lap to go, setting the benchmarker time of a 1 minute 30.4.
What a good lap. That is a really good lap, I think.
Well, Kirby is definitely not able to match it. He's 8 tenths down on it.
That is almost a second. His adventure is almost a second faster than the second
Galloway
guy.
goes 4
Whoa.
tenths down. He's going to second. Gabriel Coutinho is up next, and he appears to be holding up Aaron Curtis. Curtis goes quickest, despite a little hold-up, as Max Skillen will be next to cross the line, or can the Scotsman place himself? It doesn't look like the brightest of laps, it's only P6, as Kyle Burns goes 4th fastest. He'll be followed by Henry Watson crossing the line. Goes 8th, slowest of all. Anderson, his teammate, goes 3rd, the championship leader, as Bennett goes 2nd. Zorbach, he goes into P7, and Watson goes on personal pole. Jamie Griffiths will be next to cross the line. It's P6, a good effort for him, as Rahul Patel is up next. And this could be a very good lap for Patel. Actually, it's not. It's only P10 as Lorenzo Tomaselli crossed the line next to go P6. Chad McCarfield crossed the line next 7 for him as Benz Valga goes on provisional pole. Glenn Proziuk next to cross the line P9 for him. What about Isaac Fastray? He goes 3rd. Kalevich is next to cross the line and Kalevich only 13th. What about Pascual? He goes P6. Dennis Graf will be the last one left to complete this run and goes 6th. He had to talk really fast there, but it's exhilarating. I'll tell you that much. And Adventure. He's currently down in 8th place. It's Bollinger somehow fastest. He stopped testing here, and maybe we were wrong to underestimate him. He's currently fastest in this session. As there was a little bit of a lockup heading into the pits for Daniel Adventure. Comes to Kirby now. Oh, Nico, what did you think of that first session? The first round, sorry, not first session, the first round. What did you think of it? It appears you're on mute. We seem to have had a few more lockups there. It's a very difficult pit lane entry. You got brake and turn. It's killing with a lockup there as well. This is definitely interesting, as here comes Henry Watson and Thomas Anderson, both of them locking up. Now, that's the biggest glitch we're gonna have, and it ain't a big glitch at all, as in comes Jamie Griffiths. Braking and turning at the same time is always going to be difficult. It appears none of these guys can actually get it right in the pit lane entry. It's definitely interesting. In comes Fastray, he's in P3 at the minute. Very solid effort. Only just over 10th and a half of pole, as Kalevich brakes very hard there. He's in 15, Graf is in P6. That's everyone done with the first run. 23 minutes on the clock, 23 and a half, and yeah, Wallinger at the minute at the top. Can anyone get in the 129s? That'll be the big question. Real life in France, Paul Ricard, Max Verstappen was the only one to go into the 129s. Everyone else had the 1 minute 30 or slower. Can someone replicate his effort? Can someone go into the 129s and be the only one to do that? Who knows? Wallinger is definitely very close to it. He's only 100 off. What you think, guys? Meanwhile, it appears Gabriel Quintino has just gone out on track. Yeah, the Brazilian is out onto the circuit. And yeah, looking at the championship standings, it's really not good for Quintino. He's the only one in single-digit points. He's only got 9 points into his account. He's last in the championship. He's had a lot of bad luck, also a lot of crashes, and yeah, with 2 races still left to go, Gabriel Quintino can still salvage his season somewhat. Of course, he isn't in the championship fight anymore. Quintino could pick up a position or two with a solid result here, and with a solid result at his home track, of course. We'll just see what happens, I guess. Anyway,
Yes.
Quintino is out on track, and welcome back, Nico. As I got a
Oh,
message
yeah.
for
Yes.
Flo wanted to switch to a Who Let's Go commentate. I was supposed not to say it. Anyway,
What?
forget you heard anything. Nothing, Nico.
Do we
Just
have a third commentator? I mean, if so, it would be cool.
No, we don't. We don't. It's just Flo thought of a contingency plan for when you were muted, but we are back. It's all good. Would you like to commentate us through Gabriel Quintino's lap once he starts it?
You can do that if you want.
It's custom to give the second lap to the second commentator. So Nico, please, and don't forget you have the corner names. You have the corner names right there in chat, so feel free to use them.
Yeah, I will try because my phone.
Here he goes. Quintino begins his lap.
Yes, as you know, comes down the main straight, the long main straight, into the first left kink, I would say, because it isn't really a corner. Then down to the right, that there. Yes, first corner he goes. Yeah, now to the second corner, of a chicane kind of thing. I'm not good with corner names. You can do the corner names if you want.
They're right there, Nico. Flo just sent them to us in the chat.
Yes.
As it goes into Materassi.
I know, but my phone won't do that. Told you it's shattered.
Alright, fine. Quintino's 1.4 tenths up as he goes into Savelli. It's a good effort for him on his personal best, though he is 3 tenths down on personal pole as he goes up the hill into Arrabbiata 1 and carrying all that speed into Arrabbiata 2.
Yeah, because did I tell you that I'm on my way to work right now? That's why I can't look at the chat.
Oh, for real? Well, that is a shame. Gabriel Quintino, because in the second sector split, and he's up by 6 tenths. Well, just under 6 tenths, but this is a very, very solid lap for the Brazilian.
Really good.
Now going to Biondetti 1, 2.
That could be the top 5 if he keeps it up like this.
Possible, as he's now approaching Buccina, the very long swooping left-hander. For my checks it is critical, and I think he a little bit of a slide there mid-corner as he now goes full outside the white line. Well, where is Gabriel Quintino going to go? He's definitely going to improve, but how much? Place.
I was far off with my prediction. I have one concern about the pit lane in the race. Do we have tested that?
Well, there's not much we can do at the moment, but anyway, Henry Watson will be finishing his lap, but of course the only one in the pits.
Okay.
Watson goes 19th. He did improve by 4 tenths, but not much on position. Venture didn't improve as Graf is starting a lap. What about Max Skillen as he sits Buccina? Could be a good lap for the man currently in last place. He needs to get out of that last place, of course. Where is he gonna
go? 15.
Thomas Anderson's up next. The championship leader is improving to go quick.
That could be.
Someone's finally done it. He's gone into 1 minute 29. So Joel Warson can't improve either. What about Dudu Kirby, the man second in the championship? Only 19 for the grid.
Oh, that is not a good attempt from him.
Well, Bennett and Galway appear to be racing each other. As Lorenzo Tomaselli can't improve on his lap. But Isaac Fashray doesn't seem he can either. What about Ruslan Protsuk? He's crossing the line, he can't improve. Sean McCarthy next to cross it. place for McCarthy.
Burns in fourth.
Burns did. P4 for Kyle Burns as Wagner can't get back onto the top place.
Griffiths
Jamie
goes on
Griffiths goes
pole.
fastest. Great effort from
And-
Griffiths. He's beaten Anderson by 6/1000 of a second, and Zorbach is
And
going to
Zorbach goes
13.
P13. Yeah.
Stay in the championship fight. Griffiths absolutely needed this. He needs to be ahead of Anderson. And to take the
Definitely.
away from him like that, at least personally, it's definitely going to be a big boon to Griffiths' morale. If anyone needs a rebirth in this championship, it's definitely going to be Griffiths. And it ain't going to be the first rebirth ever that Tuscany's ever produced. Let's put it that mildly. Anyway, Dennis Graf is also on the lap, but he doesn't appear to be improving as things stand.
I think it was half a second off in the second sector.
Well, let's see, as
Away
he
from
crosses the
pole.
line. Definitely down, 4/10 down, just under. Yeah, what you think of that top two, Nico? Because it's definitely bad news for Dudu Kirby, but Griffiths, oh man, he absolutely needed that improvement, Jamie Griffiths.
Jamie did. Yeah, Jamie definitely needed that. For the morale and everything.
Looking in the chat, it appears a certain Reed Sorensen fan is very, very happy about that performance from Griffiths. I wonder who it could be.
I don't know. I'm quite happy with his result as well, but we will see if it stays. We will see if it stays. I would like, but I would if I want to make a prediction, I would think that both Carlins can go into the top 10. But
well, there's still time for that, of course. Meanwhile, don't forget Tomasz Pascual stayed in the pits on the previous run, so he has 3 runs to go. Everyone else has 2.
Oh right, yeah, forgot about that. Forgot about the rules in GP2. Long time no commentate.
I wouldn't even say it's the rules. It's just the way GP4 is hard coded.
Yeah, the
GP4
GP4 rules.
First run, but not everybody will go out on the second run. Someone will invariably stay in the pits. The same for the third and fourth runs, just so you know, as Henry Watzel has begun his third run.
I really enjoy this racetrack. It's one of my favorites to watch.
I second that. Nico very well said. It's a beautiful place, a beautiful country, a beautiful region, and it's gonna be a beautiful race, I'm sure. As Henry Watzel,
yes,
he is on track, of course, as he's going to Borgo San Lorenzo.
But I have a yes. As we see now,
approaching Casanova and Savelli. Nico, just so you know, the double right-hander coming up right here is the Arrabbiata. So you can remember that corner name at least.
I think so.
Well, Nico, speaking of corners, I want to ask you, this track, what's your favorite corner? Because there's 15 of them, and there's surely got to be one who's your favorite.
What is my favorite corner? The fast right-hand corners that we talked about right now. Those remind me a bit of Turn 8 of Istanbul. Kind of.
So Arrabbiata, so it's same as me then.
Yeah, I really like this corner.
Corner, the longest one on the track. It's very, very long and swooping. Watzel, look how close you went to the grass there. It's going to begin his final lap
definitely
now.
close. One thing I want to see in the chat, but I can't read it sadly. Does anyone think that the first king wanted to make a joke? Does that count as a corner? If anyone puts that little right hand, left hand flick as a corner and says it's his favorite, I would give you a medal.
Could you give me a cookie instead? Anyway, Watzel,
I will give you a cookie, yeah.
Thanks. Watzel is being impeded by Alan Curtis, meanwhile. So,
but what kind of cookie?
For Watzel. We can talk about that later. Anyway, and Watzel, you'll be approaching the Casanova Savelli chicane. He's definitely down. Look, in the first sector, Curtis is not helping him at all. Down in first, his teammate is up in second, so Watzel definitely not feeling 100% at the moment.
That is the second ART car curse, right?
I don't even call it a curse, but anyway. Curtis, he'll be hoping not to get overtaken because then his lap will be ruined as well. Meanwhile, it appears Dennis Graf is the only car who stayed in the pits this time, so it's him and Pascual, 10 and P11, who will have another run by the end of the session. Even though Watson is impeded, he's only 700s down on his personal best, so this is interesting. Really, Watson has the potential for a very clean run. as he's
Is he
trying to put Gina
to
to
make
pass
him?
Curtis, but he had no chance there.
That would have been a risky move in qualifying.
Absolutely. But I don't think there's much you could have done either way. Watts will cross the line now. He will not improve, obviously.
But will
By
we
only
see a move down
by
into
a
turn
tenth.
1?
Probably not, as Gabriel Quintana has gone up into 5th place. Tomasz Pascu is up next. It's his second run. And where is he gonna go? Looks like he could go on pole. Not quite, but he's gone 5th fastest.
That is a really good attempt.
Meanwhile, I'm afraid Rahul Patel, it's not a good attempt for him. He's in last place, down on his personal best by about 3 tenths in the middle sector.
Yeah, that's sad for him. I would really like to see him in the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely, but who knows really. There's still time for him to improve, of course. Let's not forget that. He will have another run. At the moment,
yeah.
it's not looking bright for Rahul Patel, I'm afraid. He won't be improving the breadth as he's crossing the line now.
No improvements, sadly. What about Adventure?
Adventure is
Can
up
he
next.
improve?
He's in 13th at the minute. Is he gonna stay there? No. For now, yes, but he's improved on his lap time. Anderson didn't improve, but what about Jake Galloway? Galloway's gone to the 4th place. Grefer from the Istanbul race winner.
So
McCarthy
yes,
can't
but
improve.
actually no.
Yeah, exactly. Skillen has improved to go 18th. Meanwhile, Lorenzo Tomaselli is not improving by any long shot. Neither is Corby, weirdly enough. But Marko Kalevic, what about him? Where can he place himself? He can go into the
8th.
top 8 there with that one. His teammate Watson will cross the line next. Watterson didn't improve. Kyle Burns, I don't think he'll be improving either. No. Sheree, he can't improve. What about Curtis? Not much. Protsuk, he's not improving either. And Bennett, same goes for him. Plus Zorbach, he's way down. He didn't improve on this one. Can Jamie Griffiths improve on his pole time meanwhile? And
No.
no, he can't. 8 tenths down. It's Valiger now. We're looking at him. On the top testing here. He's currently 3rd on the grid. Can he get back onto the front row? That's Valinger. No, he cannot. 4 tenths down on his personal best.
So no real improvements on this run. Interestingly enough.
I don't think you can say that. We had some improvements, but nothing.
Yeah, but
nothing major. But Jake Galloway, don't forget, Galloway is 4th in the championship at the minute. He's 4th on the grid as well. Galloway,
yeah.
if he wins above the next races, who knows? He could be a surprise champion. Because don't forget, Galloway is on a brilliant run of form. He finished 3rd in Monza, and then he won in Istanbul.
Oh yeah, Istanbul. I remember.
Yeah, it was a very interesting race with
Yeah.
Spielberg once again, but thankfully Galloway was able to cross the line as the winner.
So while we are nearly at the end of the season, who was at this point your surprise of the season?
Still too early to say, but my surprise, I guess. Well, I'll give you this much: Marko
in the
Kalevic was
first half.
Marko Kalevic was very, very solid this season. He didn't have the best consistency, but he's been great in qualifying, and even got himself a race win in Italy. So he's definitely a very, very solid rookie. But you can't ignore Dudu Corby. He's fighting for the championship there. So if I guess Rookie of the Year is pretty obvious to give it to Dudu Corby, but many drivers have impressed me this season, both positively and negatively.
Oh, negatively, people. Okay.
Could be rude, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But anyway, we got 10 minutes to go.
I know I know who you mean. I know it. I have a feeling.
I was talking about you, by the way.
Hey, at least I did not score a podium in Austria, I think.
To won the opening round of the season. Anyway.
Yeah, but I didn't get a podium in my hometown. And not hometown,
but we got some cars out on track. Look, I think it's one of the Dempseys who went out first. And
Pascal is out on track.
It wasn't the Dempsey, it was Pascal.
Yeah, he's in the campus car. One of them.
I noticed Watson and Patel had as well. The two of those guys on the back row at the minute could be their last shot to get out of that back row. Pascal is looking slow at that P6. And let's see what he can do on that one. Then Adventure, now that the dam's going out. P15 at the minute. But look how close the pack is from P1 to P14. Everyone is within 3/10 of a second, so it's definitely a very, very tight session at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. But when you look at
the minute, we got 9 of them left, and it's definitely gonna be interesting. Don't forget, Pascal has another run. It's not gonna be his last one. He stayed in the pits for the second run. Graf stay in the pits for the third run. We expect somebody will stay in the pits for this one. What they're gonna be, I don't know yet, but anyway. Tomasz Pascual will be beginning his third flying lap. He'll be kickstarting the fourth run. For everyone else, other than Graf, of course, this will be the last run. For Tomasz Pascual, not quite yet. Anyway, Pascual will be beginning his lap. And Nico, I'm gonna give you the mic.
Should I take the commentary role for this lap? I will try my best. As he comes down the main straight. Yeah, I will. Oh, will he get held? Oh no, he will get held up by this lap.
Corby's ruined it for him already.
Yes. That's such a
I
shame.
guess there was no point commentating that lap after all.
Yes.
Forget that this is Wattle's last run. He was impeded on his previous one and he came very close to improving. So if you have some clean air, even a tiny semblance of clean air, you could be able to improve big time on this one. He's not
but
quite
that's
on
not
the back
the
of
first
Pascual
thing I
yet.
lost.
He is improving big time, almost 2 tenths up in the first sector as he goes through Savelli now. And Watzel, this will be his last shot. He needs to make it count as best as he can. He's closing in on Pascual, but he's not getting enough of the dirty air right now to lose a lot of time.
Ooh, that looked like a move to me.
Successful though, as now Henry Watzel will be approaching Cornentario to complete the middle sector. He's up by 6 tenths exactly. This could be a big one. Henry Watzel could get himself a number of positions. He's only 2 tenths down from pole by last time in the last sector in his previous runs. Let's see what's gonna happen. Watzel will round up his session as he approaches Buccina. It looks like Pascual's lap is ruined, but will he ruin Corby's? Is he gonna pass him or not? I don't know. Although I do know is that Henry Watzel is sure to improve on his last flying lap. Here goes Henry Watzel as Valger staying in the pits. Watzel finishes his session 16. He gained a lot. Patel improves, but only up into 21st. His session is down. Patel guaranteed to be starting on the back row tomorrow, unfortunately. As Gabriel Quintino is up next. He's being impeded by that damn slug, and that's not going to be great news for him. Quintino finishes his session in P7.
Yeah, what about Adventure?
The other Dance of Adventure is finishing his.
He will finish, yeah, he stays.
Thomas Anderson is up next. Can the championship leader take back pole? It's his last shot. No, he can't. He will not be taking pole position today. What about Lorenzo Tomaselli, the expert of qualifying this season? He's taking pole. It's going to be his third pole if it stays like this. Tomaselli snatched it out of nowhere again. As Graf can't improve. What about Kyle Burns?
He always comes out of nowhere.
I did not see that coming from Tomaselli. Just as I spoke about him being the best qualifier this season, he's proven me right yet again as Jake Galloway goes up into 4th place. He's got in front of Wallinger, but so close to pole, yet so far. Max Dillon will cross the line next 20th, so bad day for an Virtuosi. Marko Kalovic
is up next. You should never write him off. You should never write off Tomaselli. Never.
Never ever. As Dorbach
doesn't improve.
Curtis has gone 13th. Dorbach can improve. He's only 18 for him. Dodo Corby, it's his last flying lap. This will be massive. Where can he place himself? Second in the championship. 14. Ruslan Prosik up next. He goes up pole by 2 tenths of a second. Where did that come from? That was massive.
That is the most unexpected pole position this season.
Yeah, but the session isn't over yet, Nico. So who knows what's going to happen. As Fastray crosses the line, he won't improve. But Jamie Griffiths, can he get back on pole? No, he can't. So he won't be taking those 4 bonus points. But he will be starting in front of Corby and Anderson.
Where's Graf on the circuit?
I'm not sure. But anyway. Don't forget, Graf has another lap.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Anyway, Nicholas Zorbach, I'm afraid the session hasn't exactly gone up to plan. He's down in 20th, so I guess today will be a day to forget. He'll be hoping to rescue something tomorrow.
That is the plan. The plan is to start low and finish high. Because because if you start on pole, you could lose, or if you start in the front row, you could lose a lot of spots. But if you start behind, you can gain a lot if someone crashes. So
your motivation at the minute is you got nothing to lose, right?
Yeah, let's finish as I will hope for an accident in front and see what follows.
Kalovic won in Italy from 15th on the grid. Who knows if you could do it tomorrow from 20th on the grid? It's not impossible.
Yeah, not if I kill that poor crewman. I hope he's alright.
Oh my goodness me. I will be
I will
organizing a funeral for that marshal.
I
Not
will write
marshal.
him an apology letter.
Yeah. We got 3 minutes meanwhile. Just over 3.5 minutes.
Can we have a
Valger,
confirmation if
Pashkov,
he's
and
alright?
Graf. Is alright, I just spoke to him. Valger, Pashkov, and Graf are the only ones left without the 4th lap. They will get it in time, look. It will be interesting. Waldinger topped the session early on. Can he get back out on pole? We saw people can improve quite dramatically, so who knows if Ben Waldinger can do it.
Maybe. But can we have... Oh no, the counter was on another thing, right?
I don't suppose Prociuk is taking pole this season. I know he's taking a win in Hungary. I don't think I've seen him on pole position, so it is going to be his first pole, unless one of these 3 guys can deny him.
Yeah, but Flo, the counter was on the classic OC, right?
Yes.
The ran over pit crew / marshal / everything counter.
I guess so.
Okay. Wanted to clarify.
Well, anyway, Tomasz Pascual is out on track. Zvalger is also out on track. We'll be waiting for Dennis Graf. And this time, there shouldn't be any traffic. So, Nico, when Pascual starts his lap, you will have the honor of commentating it. And make sure that you use the corner names because they're right there in front of your eyes.
I will try to open my laptop quick enough. Oh no, my Discord doesn't work on laptop again. I will do my best if it's possible.
Right. Graf has gone out on track, so Pascual won't be getting any traffic. Hopefully for him. It's gonna be interesting though. Could Tomasz Pascual maybe come out of nowhere and steal pole position away from Prociuk? It'll be interesting to see. But anyway, the approach is Buccina. The last time on an outlap goes Tomasz Pascual.
Yeah,
what do you think he's gonna do, Nico? It's gonna be very interesting.
I would say in the top 10.
He already is in the top 10. Anyway, Pascual begins his last lap.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, he will stay in the top 10. In the high top 10s. He will finish.
Well, it's impossible for him to get knocked out of the top 10 considering only Graf could beat him.
Yeah, I know. But he will get a bit... I say he will be in the highs, like 3rd or something.
Who knows, really? He's got to nail the first sector to do that, though. He goes out working Lorenzo for the last time.
Yeah. Ooh, he has Waldinger behind.
Not too far behind. Not too close, I mean. The first sector, he's way down. Half second down his personal best, so this lap is right off.
Yeah. Just like my job.
Oof, man. It's interesting. The delta to his personal best was way bigger than the one to the best overall, so Pascual must have had the purple sector 1 earlier this session, but he couldn't maximize it. I'm afraid. Let's see if he can make up some time here.
Hopefully.
He's a full second down. Yeah, this is absolutely a write-off. Tomasz Pascual won't be able to improve. So be down to the others to see what they can do. It's not going to go for Tomasz Pascual as he'll be approaching Buccina.
But he will still have a good starting position tomorrow with 8th.
Or 9th, depending on what Graf does. But anyway, checker flag is out. This is the end of the session. As Tomasz Pascual will cross the line, he will not improve. But what about Ben Waldinger? Could he do anything? No, he can't. Waldinger stays where he is.
What about Graf?
And it's Graf, who's currently down in the first sector as he approaches Correntile for the final time today.
Will he start on the front row, or is there a Graf remover set up there?
He's narrowly down on his personal best, but I don't think even if he improves the last sector, he's not going to be able to get into the front row.
Did anyone clarify what Graf remover even is, or did I miss it?
Graf remover is the remover of Graf. That's what it is. Anyway, Dennis Graf will be rounding off this session. Can he take pole away from Prociuk? Probably not. And no, he can't.
No.
He can't even improve, I'm afraid. And
so
that's the end of things today. It's a surprise one. But it's Ruslan Protsiuk on pole position for tomorrow's Tuscan Grand Prix, and that came out of nowhere. He put
That
two
is his
tenths on
first pole.
Tomaselli.
Is that his first pole position ever?
Yes, it is. It is indeed, and
Congratulations to him for
certainly
his
his first one
pole
in
position.
GP2. But Lorenzo Tomaselli very close to another pole. But Lorenzo Tomaselli once again on the front row, clearly the best qualifier this season. But he couldn't make it to another pole, I'm afraid, because Ruslan Protsiuk got the better of him. Only the top 5 made it into the 1 minute 29s. So it was definitely a very close session, but very entertaining as well. So here
Yes.
are the official results. It's Ruslan Protsiuk on pole position, with Lorenzo Tomaselli up in second. Jamie Griffith is in third, a great position if he wants to continue his championship bid. He needs to be Anderson tomorrow if he wants to remain in contention. Anderson is in fourth, with Jake Galloway fifth. Vance Valgar is up in P6 with Joe Warson seventh. Tomasz Pascual P8 for him, he can improve there, I'm afraid, at the end. And Gabriel Quintino is in P9. Marko Kalovic is in P10, and he is followed by Kyle Burns in 11th.
Yes, with Isaac Fisher in P12, then Jack McCarthy in 13, Darren Curtis in P14, then Dudu Kirby in a disappointing P15 for him.
He's gonna have to. Corbin's gonna have a lot of work tomorrow. He needs to score some points. The championship could be decided tomorrow, but that'll only probably happen if Anderson wins the race. Still, Corbin needs to take as many points as he can for the best shot heading into Brazil. And now you can go on.
With 16th goes to Thomas Bennett, with P17 going to Dennis Graf, and Daniel Adventure in P18, Henry Watson in P19, then Zorbach in a disappointing P20 for him, for the Carlin boys. Then in P21 we have Max Gillen, and in last place is sadly Rahul Patel.
I think that was disappointing for Carlin. It's horrible for my virtuosi. They're at the back of it all, and they're gonna have a lot of work to do tomorrow if they want to score any points.
Over a second away from the pole position in the last two guys.
Yeah, Patel was the only one off within a second of pole, and it's unfortunate. But
maybe the weather, maybe weather DE was down, so they thought that it was going to rain.
Well, who knows? Anyway, what we do know is that Ruslan Protsiuk has taken those 4 bonus points, and what a good day he's having so far. I wonder if he can keep it up tomorrow and get his second career win. But who knows? Tomaselli and Griffiths will be finding him very hard. And don't forget about Anderson.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a long shot, but it's still a shot to take the championship tomorrow, nonetheless. If Anderson wins the race, we could be talking about him as champion. But that's still a long way away. So, yeah, we'll have about 24 hours before the race, so you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Then, that's been it from us from us today. And, yeah, it's been an interesting qualifying, an interesting end to it. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, as always. And, I didn't think it was going to happen, but it's good to be back, oh man. Even if this device isn't the greatest in the world, I'm just glad I'm here, man.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you're okay and we can talk together again. Really glad that you made it.
Thank you. Well, that's the end of today. Thank you guys for tuning in for qualifying. We'll see you again tomorrow for the race. It should be an entertaining one. And
also,
stay tuned.
Great. There's practices tomorrow as well, right, for the top class?
Yeah, with the team news as well. So, yeah. We'll
so
see
don't
you
forget
tomorrow.
the team news tomorrow. Don't forget. Let's see who gets which seat.
Yeah. But until then, that's been it from us. We'll see you again next time. And take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.